Are you curious if you should get a Jack Russell Terrier or not? Well, good, because this is the video for you if that is the case. So make sure you stick around for this whole video so that I can cover 7 reasons why you should not adopt a Jack Russell Terrier. Guys, welcome back to the Terrier Owner YouTube channel. Josh here with TerrierOwner.com. We appreciate you coming back for another video. And today we are going to be covering 7 reasons why you should not adopt a Jack Russell Terrier. So, if you are one of the viewers that is currently on the fence, this video may help you make that decision. So like I said in the beginning, make sure you stick around for all 7 reasons. That way you have a good idea of what you might be getting yourself into. Guys, and as usual, I like to let everybody know that this is a channel that is dedicated towards helping new terrier owners out on how to raise these guys ethically in the best fashion possible, how to take care of them, how to train them, just the ins and outs, plus some fun with owning a new terrier. So if that is you, make sure to subscribe to the channel down below so you are notified every Tuesday and Thursday when these new videos are released. And for now, guys, let's go ahead and start diving into these 7 reasons why you would not. Look at her. What are you eating? Come here. Let's make that reason number 1. Eating stuff that you shouldn't. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Like I was saying, guys, let's cover these 7 reasons why you should not get a Jack Russell Terrier if you are currently on the fence. Okay, guys, Luna's here helping me out with this video here today, doing her army crawl. And let's start with reason number 1. Look at her posing all perfectly for the camera here. Reason number 1 you would not want to adopt a Jack Russell Terrier is if you do not like hyper dogs. Oh no, she's running away now. Guys, these dogs can be pretty hyper, so if you're kind of a calm person, if you don't like that commotion in the house, a Jack Russell Terrier probably isn't for you. These guys like to jump, they like to run around, they need plenty of exercise. If that doesn't fit your lifestyle, you might want to consider a dog that prefers to lounge around a little bit more. Luna. Reason number 2 that you would not want to adopt a Jack Russell Terrier, guys, is if you do not like to do any extensive training. Jack Russell Terriers, while they may be extremely smart, do require training, and they require it to begin right away. They respond great to it when you provide it to them, but they absolutely need it. Otherwise, they're kind of just a madman running around the house. So if you're not really into that, if you're not digging that whole process of going through the training, getting them up to speed on what is okay and what is not okay to do, might not be the best dog for you. But keep in mind that almost every dog needs some form of training, so I wouldn't necessarily say that this is a deal breaker, but I would say that they can test your patience in the beginning, and if you can rough through it with the training, they can become one of the best dogs you could ever adopt. But key word is there, if you can rough through it in the beginning. So keep that in mind. That is reason number 2 why you should not adopt a Jack Russell Terrier. Luna. What trouble were you just getting yourself into in there? Tell us, please. Guys, reason number 3 why you would not want to adopt a Jack Russell Terrier is if this is your first dog. Now, that is also something that I would not necessarily say is a deal breaker. It is doable if you really want one and it's the dog of your desires, but I had already owned a dog prior to adopting her. I've actually owned several dogs, so just general dog knowledge helped me out and helped me get acclimated, and I already knew kind of what to expect. If this is your first dog ever, that hyperness plus the training we just talked about, it might be too much for you. So if it's your first dog ever, keep that in mind. Again, not a complete deal breaker if you really have your heart set on one, but be ready to socialize them, train them, discipline them, the whole 9 yards right out of the gates. Otherwise, you know, they're gonna push you to your limits being the first dog that you've ever owned. Luna? Reason number 4, guys, that you would not want to adopt a Jack Russell Terrier is if you do not have time for exercise. You have to be able to get these guys some exercise. Now, if you have a big yard and it's fenced in, that's probably going to be suffice for them to be able to run around, do their thing, have some fun, burn off some energy. But if you don't, you absolutely should be dedicating some time to get them out, either on a walk, on a run, whatever. It doesn't matter what you do with them as long as you provide some. But this is a dog that absolutely 100% needs some form of exercise to calm down, to thrive, for their behavior to be better. It's just a great behavior modification you can use for a Jack Russell Terrier. So if your schedule is too demanding, you absolutely cannot provide any exercise, there would never be any time, it's probably not a good idea for you to adopt one of these guys. The notorious jumping. These dogs got hops. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm just kidding, guys, but it is a big deal. If you don't like jumping, maybe you could train it out of them, actually. So again, maybe not a deal breaker, but if you don't want a dog that can spring up in the air, that shows their excitement through jumping, that greets you with some jumping, maybe not the best dog you could ever adopt. What do you think, Luna? How often do you jump nonstop? About 5 feet in the air, it feels like. This dog is a jumper for sure, so could be a reason you decide not to adopt one. Just keep that in mind, that they can jump high. Makes a difference on the fences you'll decide that you're going to use to keep them in the yard. Even the baby gates you use to keep them behind a certain room in the house, they're probably going to clear over it. Another thing to keep in mind, if you don't like jumpers, probably not the dog for you. Reason number 6, guys. This one is super obvious, but it is worth noting. But if you don't like small dogs, and yes, there is an entire part of the population in every country that is more of a middle-sized to big dog fan. She's full grown. What you see is what you get with her. She's past that growth phase. So if you're not a small dog fan, then a Jack Russell is not going to be the dog that you want to adopt. All right, guys, and the last one, and this one can be very annoying to some people. It doesn't bother me depending on the day, depending on what kind of mood I'm in, but it definitely can be annoying at times. I'll throw that out there. But if you do not like a dog that is clingy, you don't want a Jack Russell. This dog is affectionate. They want attention. They are clingy. I mean, she has free reign of the whole house right now, and my other dog is in the other room just around the corner, but she will not leave my side now that I'm in here. Even though I'm making this video and making her uncomfortable, she's going to be right next to me. This dog, if I were to whistle, she's going to run right to me. She's going to try and just cuddle up in my lap. It's a clingy dog. They love the attention. They love their owners and their family. They're protective of them. But if that's something that's going to bother you, or they're just always at your ankle side, probably not the dog for you. Come here, Luna. She always does this army crawl. All right, guys, so that is the 7 reasons why I would not adopt a Jack Russell if you're currently on the fence. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of the dog. I own one. I advocate for them. I think that they're awesome, but for those 7 reasons, if any of those or a lot of those fit you, maybe you should be looking at another dog. There's plenty of terriers. There's plenty of dogs in general. Do your research and find one that fits your personality and your lifestyle better. Overall, I think they're one of the best dogs you can adopt. They're affectionate, they're smart, they respond to training, and they're hilarious with some of the things that they do. So I'm a fan. Maybe you're not. Drop a comment below and let me know if you are a fan or not. But that is about all I have for you in this video, guys. As always, Luna and I appreciate you coming by. If you guys find these kind of videos helpful, if they've helped you raise your terrier, teach them any tricks, or just you've had fun watching them, be sure to give us a thumbs up. Again, guys, we appreciate you. Do not forget to head over to terrierowner.com. Check out all of our useful resources on that website, and we will see you in the next video. Take care.